oh snap, there's hot gear. Merchmethod.com/Tom Segura. Head on over, merchmethod.com/Tom Segura. This episode of Two Bears is brought to you by Policy Genius. We're always going to get things wrong. That's just life. But there are also things we can get right on the first try, like shopping for home insurance, and that's where Policy Genius comes in. First, head to policygenius.com, answer a few quick questions about yourself and your property. Then you let them compare and give you options about like what the other policies are that are out there. Doing this has saved their customers an average of $690 per year doing just that. If they find you a better rate than what you're currently paying, they do all the work to get you switched. Personally, I find that to be the worst part about switching what you're doing is the hassle of doing it, the actual legwork of the busy work. They take care of it, so it's not a problem. If you own a car, Policy Genius can also compare your home and auto policies against different insurers, even mix and match to find you savings. So even if you look back on your triple denim days in distress, you'll never be distressed about home insurance with Policy Genius. In just a few minutes, you can find your best price and apply at policygenius.com. We all get things wrong from time to time. At least we can get home insurance right with Policy Genius.
This episode of Two Bears, One Cave is brought to you by Squarespace. I have an amazing website. It's bertbertbert.com. It is beautiful. It is everything I want in a website, and that website was designed by my wife using Squarespace. My wife knows absolutely nothing about the internet. Less than nothing. She still is having a hard time live streaming. But she designed her own website for her web podcast and for my website for my stand-up, all using Squarespace. It is super easy. If you have a cool idea, you can turn it into a new website. Showcase your work, publish blogs or content, sell products or services of all kind. All our merch is sold through my website. And because of this website that my wife designed, our merch sales have literally quadrupled because my wife made it super easy to use interface, the colors and fonts and all the things she liked and the way she could work it. So if you want to promote your physical or online business or announce any upcoming events like tour dates that will be rescheduled and happening in the fall for the Birdie Boy World Tour, you can do it now with Squarespace. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code BEARS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com and enter the code BEARS. Start the show.
This is Two Bears, One Cave. Speaking of hot and looking good. He's Bert Kreischer. I'm Tom Segura.
Let's just put the pedal to the metal and go. This is a perfect way to start off this show. 12 years in the making. It's gonna be a fucking shit show.
Everyone's gonna hate us.
100%. Cheers.
Guinea is a vile slur when you talk about, because what they're doing, like when you say that repeatedly, you're calling Southern Italians.
Wait, is that where? By the way, hold on. I did not say this, but now
this is a good conversation. You just said it.
Wait, you know what's so funny? I've been curious. I'd be curious to know the most horrific thing I've ever tweeted. Like it would be.
That could be discovered.
No, I've checked my timeline. Oh. It's not that bad because I worked for Travel Channel the entire time Twitter was on.
Oh.
So I was pretty good about not tweeting.
Did they ever call you about a tweet?
Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I got brought into her office. I got brought into the president's office.
You didn't see, like I do purposely vile things on
your
Twitter.
Twitter is almost like you're unaware you could get in trouble for it.
I got one of my good friends is a director, and he goes, you were up for this like easy money campaign because I said I wanted you to be the guy, and I was like, oh great. He goes, yeah, and then corporate has a rating system that they put people's social media through, and it basically has it. It's a color-coded system. So they go like, if somebody, we want to hire Bert, check out his social media. Then they go like, it's blue. And that means, blue means like he's good to go.
Oh, I would love that. I would love to find out where I'm rated.
And I was like, what happened with me? He goes, well, you came back with like a fire engine red. And I was like, what does that mean? He goes, not we can't forgive it. We can't.
For real?
Yeah, he goes just corporate wise. He goes, corporations will stay away from you.
Well, you remember when Twitter first started, you just do videos of yourself shitting.
Yeah. But more specifically with diarrhea.
And it was sound and everything.
Yeah.
I remember being on my.
Do you want to know something? I didn't know that people were writing to me for a long time. I didn't know where the ats were. I was like, no one sees this.
You were just the push notification. You weren't ever pulling from anyone.
Well, I was like, how come no one ever writes to me? And then somebody was like, have you hit this button? And I was like, oh, they are seeing me shit.
You're like, I gotta shit harder. No one's hearing if a man shits in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember being on the toilet and watching you shit. And then thinking that is a good angle, I'm gonna shit. And so I recorded myself shitting and I posted it to you, going like tit for tat or quid pro quo. And within 2 minutes, I got a call from Travel Channel.
Really?
I hadn't left the bathroom,
and they were like,
hey,
hey,
pull that down immediately. And I was like, huh?
Why?
I didn't know people were seeing them either. I was like, what? I did. The big thing was you go into type in horrible words. That's what they do with Kevin Hart when you just type in at Kevin Hart and then type in any slur and then they just all show up. So that's a super easy way to check. So if you type in, go to Twitter, go to Twitter. Oh wow, this is gonna take a fucking while. Nadav texts like he has lobster's claws for hands.
Yeah,
like he's like okay. And so go to search and just do Bert Kreischer and now type in a horrible word, Nadav. Go ahead, Nadav. You're not going to find people calling me that.
Did.
Yeah. Surprisingly, he didn't call him. Wow. Those are all from recent, too. Wow, that's a beautiful young lady that wrote that.
Really?
Look at that. That's crazy.
Where? Oh, the top one there? B Squirt?
No, B Squirt's not a beautiful young lady.
Who is?
By the way, we're giving B Squirt a shout out for typing in the most horrible thing you can say about Jewish people. Look at this. Honestly expected Ari Shafir. I mean, okay, go ahead. Keep going. This is a fun game. Yeah, Nazi. Oh, there's going to be millions of Nazi. This is stupid.
Oh, that's terrible that I'm there in the Nazi.
Yeah, the first one that comes up, you guys talking about Nazis. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I read that as a hot Nazi. You wrote that.
Oh, yeah, but that's...
Interesting that a Nazi...
Wait,
another
hold on.
Right from you.
Hold on.
Another one from you.
No, hold on. That's a good one because I'm dyslexic. That reads, I read that as hot Nazi and was like, sure, I guess why not? Because Colin Hanks wrote, if the choice is between Nazi and not Nazi, I'm going to side with not Nazi every time. Oh, but wow. I read it as hot Nazi. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you?
How would you feel about a hot Nazi? What if it was a smoker?
What do you mean? Hold on. That is a genre of porn.
Hot Nazis?
Of course.
I haven't seen any.
Dude, the girl that did Flying Dildos to me, the blonde chick, looked like a hot Nazi. I remember that woman just type in hot Nazi.
Yeah, let's see some hot Nazis.
And then speaking of porn, let's talk about your birthday wishes.
Oh, yeah.
How great was that? Was the funnest. You know, I had a different angle for that.
Wait,
originally.
Is there anyone that starts like in uniform though?
Type in just type in
No, this
Nazi.
all kind of looks like normal.
Don't put in
porn.
hot Nazi.
Okay,
That's too specific.
Just try Nazi.
It's like a redundant. Just type in Nazi.
Yeah.
Nazi porn.
Because we did find Hitler porn before. Ah, my Fuhrer!
What is that gorilla?
I don't know. Sounds like you're being racist again.
Not. I am not.
This is a porn site.
Don't you dare. Hold on. What is that?
I don't know. There is Hitler right there, though.
That's not.
Right there.
That's an animal, right?
Isn't it?
Hold on. What was that thing, Nadav? What the fuck is that? Does it fuck? By the way, all right, let's get back to Fucking Nadav. Yeah. So that was a quick thing to go through your texts and see and type in a horrible word. Type in search and text and see who's written that word the most. That's interesting.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll do the word everyone's thinking of and see what comes up.
Which one did you Mexican? If you type in Bert Mexican, and I was drinking with this guy, new Bert cast.
Oh, it brings up every time I've typed in night. I guess I got to spell it all the way out. So.
It types it every time. Night. Good.
Good night.
You're not Mexican's not a slur.
He always goes where he feels the
Jew
best.
is not a slur. What is that one? Wait. What was
Why
that
did you
one?
write the Jew stole the show?
No.
Why is that? What's that all about? It's a few years old too. So maybe there's a story here.
No.
What's going on there? Hey, make that bigger. Make that bigger.
Delete it. Get into my account. Delete it.
What's this here?
Oh no, it's the Jew Crew. The Jew Crew was a band that played at Georgia's choir concert, and they were fucking awesome.
Did you give them that name?
No, yeah, well, that's what they looked like.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, that was their name. They called themselves
They're like,
the Jew
"We're the
Crew.
Jew Crew."
We're the Jew Crew, and it got a big laugh. And then I put it out there, and then one day people say, "says I thought Coca-Cola was created by Santa Claus, followed you." What the fuck is that? God, these old ones are horrible. Wait, what is the Iron Sheik said what?
He says, my agents talk about the Bert Kreischer. Is he the jabroni Jew or intelligent in the comedy? That's what the Iron Sheik was asking
look at
about
these.
you.
These are old.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You talk about flights with common cool Jews in Hollywood and blowjobs.
Oh, that was a fun topic.
That was?
The coolest Jews in Hollywood. Like like that you go.
Not the so-so Jews, like the really cool ones.
Yeah. That was a good blasphemy.
Who are the coolest Jews?
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
He was one of the first guys to make like that Hanukkah song.
Yeah.
You heard it and you were like, God damn it, I wish I was Jewish.
Right.
Because he was like Rod Carew, not a Jew.
Right. Today I learned that light-skinned black people are more sensitive.
I did not.
You didn't
Oh
like
God, I did write that.
Okay.
I did. Okay, Okay, Jesus Christ, can we? This is a horrible fucking game.
I think you actually.
Can I tell you the craziest thing that?
Here's one you wrote. If you like Kid Rock comedy and black people, you'll love this week's Bertcast.
Wow. But these are in context. Keep going. This is horrible. What is this? Oh my God, I don't even know.
This is 2010.
Okay,
You wrote, watching the
the-
Westminster Kennel Dog Club show. Not a lot of black people, and by a lot, I mean any.
That's me trying to write a joke.
Yeah.
Which is pretty accurate joke.
Wait, scroll back up to Joey Diaz wrote, if you think black people talk in movie theaters, go to prison for a few months. You ain't seen nothing.
Hold on. This is.
That is
Oh my God! This. By the way, this is what I'm sure they hired someone at Travel Channel to do for me, and this is before it was cleaned up. Like I like my initial Twitter, my first tweet or whatever. That was all just. It was like It was almost like throwing a rock into a pond. You were like trying to get anyone to notice.
Yeah.
And so that's why a lot of people like the what's her name? Someone, I won't say her name. Someone was very vocal about. I don't even say her name. I feel bad for her, but there was someone who got lit up and was like, "Yeah, who know you tweeted those things?" And they were horrific. And you were like, "Those are pretty aggressive." But yeah, you do that in your text. You do that. I typed in the N-word in my emails because I was like, when the Sony thing came out. And you saw what people were emailing each other.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really email that much. I don't even read my emails. And so I typed in the N-word and it came up a bunch. And I was like, motherfucker.
Why did it come up so much in your emails?
My book. So I wrote it in my book. It's written in my book. And so I had to, and so I emailed it excerpts of my book.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
And it was in my book, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then my wife's like, that's not good. You published the N-word. Like, you didn't just write it in an email. You published it. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
This is like the manifesto you were writing?
No. Wait, type in Tom Segura.
There's other stuff. Here's the thing I want to talk about.
Tom Segura. Let's go through Tom's search history.
Yeah.
Tom Segura, and then give me the hard one.
Good.
Type it in. Spell it.
He wants at Tom Segura.
Yeah,
That's
at Tom Segura.
We might be editing.
Why would you do that? They don't call it that. Wait. What was the first one? After Tom Segura last night, I watched a fat lady call a Filipino lady the N-word, then go snitch to the cops that she was harassing her.
What the
I don't know. And by the way, this is just Two Bears, One Cave. Great.
Did too many C's.
Jesus.
There
No
you
one's
go.
ever written a hate-filled email to their neighbor. Well, they're going to call him that.
No. You had it right. Where's the K?
Not like Spock.
There.
You sound like my mom. Type in the hard one. Let's see if we get. Let's type in. Start to write the word night.
Spell it out for me.
Spell it out for me. Type in that one and see if that comes up. That's the buzzword. No, just type in the fucking word. If you type in the word, you're not racist. You won't even type in the word? Is that how woke you are? Oh, by the way, that's also a hate word. No, hey, can you please see what your fucking employee is doing right now? He won't type in the word with an ER. He types it in with an A, so it seems acceptable. We're not using the word, Nadav. You're simply seeing if that word's ever been used in a tweet with Tom.
Let's see.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, I've seen that one. I've seen that video. Has Tom ever used it in a tweet? That's what we're at. Because we're going to delete it before anyone.
Jesus.
Whoa.
No, but
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
these are all old, but it's people saying it in tweets
To you.
Yeah.
Like, hey Tom. Wait, what is that one with me in there? Oh. What is that? Sucks.
Well, what is it in reply to? We got bored, so we're not doing it anymore. Oh, when is it? Oh, I was just joking with someone.
Oh, he's joking too.
Yeah, he's joking too.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Okay.
God, it's so hard. The trollability of these, is through the fucking roof, and that's we were kind of talking about this earlier, but that's what's insane about your mom's house, is did I just lose my breath
For a second, yeah.
You're
on blood pressure medication.
The trollability of your mom's house with like the Garth Brooks, with the it's I've never really quote unquote trolled entirely, but man, it's wait, what is that one? That's 2018.
That's a joke for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can read it.
I took I'm not going to say it out loud.
Why?
I took Ambien last night and nothing. Brain just shut off. Totally sober now. And the Jews run the banks because the goddamn Chinese will stab you in the back. That's a great joke.
Yeah, did all right.
I got fucking 21,000.
No, 12,000 likes. That's good.
That's a great joke.
Yeah.
That's a great joke.
You know, it's a joke.
What's your most retweeted? Can you find that on there, Nadav? Let's wait a half an hour till we can find this.
It used to be like jokes, and then the most liked thing I've ever tweeted was a couple days ago when I just wrote, "Hey, what the fuck?" at that meme of Crystalia plus me equals Big Ed from before the 90 days. Oh. That went crazy.
That was a good one. I saw that and I was like, that is what they look like.
Dude, that thing got there. Look, 143,000.
Wait, let me see.
If you go to my, yes, I wrote, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Oh my God, 143,000
likes. Yeah.
Likes?
Yeah, and it's just Chris plus me equals that guy.
Holy shit. That is so funny. That is what you guys would look like if you combined.
Yeah. That guy's 4'11". Yeah. He is 4'11".
4'11" is very short.
It's pretty short. It's a foot shorter
Hey,
than me.
did the bagel guy die?
I don't know. Hope so. What did you hear?
Did the bagel guy die, Nadav? I think he had a stroke and died.
Will you look up Angry Bagel Guy? We'll be back in half an hour.
Oh, he had a stroke.
That was last year.
Oh yeah, he had a stroke.
But that says November 2019.
Oh,
It's a while ago.
that was the other month. Right?
Okay, look up. Just see if just do Bagel Guy. You know. Just see. Yeah. Is there any news?
Bagel guy. Who's the bagel? Can you imagine? That's the crazy part is there's a lot of really angry people holed up in their houses right now.
Okay, hold on. It's still November.
He's not dead.
Right.
There's a lot of really angry people that are by themselves right now, and you're seeing that a lot on.
How bad what would you be like if you were alone completely right now?
You know, it's so funny. Have you talked on the phone to someone who's single and been by themselves?
A couple times.
And they're like, so anyway, how's it? What?
Oh my god!
And they just start rambling.
You just saw me. You just saw me on the phone with one when you got here.
Yeah,
and that's a friend's parent who I was asked to call about something, and then it just kept going and kept going and kept going. And I was trying to be like, yeah, yep, okay. I mean, it just wouldn't end.
I wish there should be a way. I wish there was a way people could connect like on phones as opposed to through Twitter, because I think Twitter ends up with a lot of hate. I told you I've been on Twitter more than I have ever been.
It's not going well.
It's not, man. I did a moratorium, no Twitter the other day, and I started feeling better about myself.
It's good. You know what the fucked up thing is? Like, especially when you have a special come out, right? And you go, all right, I'm not going to look. And then you go, all right, I'm going to look. And then the weird thing is you can even have an unsettling feeling seeing nothing but positive things. Yeah. So in your mind you go, it's because you're reading negative things. But you can read 30 minutes of all positive things and you still feel, I don't know, kind of off, right?
Well, what you feel when there's on Instagram, there's like a little heart thing, and you can go see how many people have mentioned you in their stories. When my Instagram when my special came out, I would look at that, and it would be, I mean, like, 20,000, and I'd be like, oh my god, and then all of a sudden, I felt like someone had bought them. Like, it didn't feel real. And I'd retweet them, and then I'd feel ugly retweeting them, going like, what am I? I'm just like, I'm rewarding people talking nice about me. That's only going to beget people talking shitty about me, going, fuck that guy. There's a weird fucking thing about fuck that guy or fuck this thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because remember we talked about this last week, and I was saying that I'm a hypocrite because of that dance show. By the way, Justin Martindale hit me up. He was like, you didn't need to apologize.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, dude, you didn't talk shit. Like, I watched it. I was on the show. I didn't, like, it was very nice. Shout out to Justin Martindale. But like, but it is a weird thing that, because when shit rains down on you, you're like, fuck you, don't watch. Fuck you, don't subscribe. Fuck you, hey man, I'm trying to do something good. And you get like, you don't need to watch this. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself shitting on things, going like, it's so...
Like infects you.
Dude, we went to the country music awards, or like, it was like the big CMT festival in Nashville.
You went to this?
When I was on Travel Channel.
Oh,
I have no interest.
I thought you went on your own. So I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you?
I have no interest in country music. I just found out Keith Urban is a country music guy.
What do you think he was?
I just thought it was like Keith Sweat. Like, I just thought it was a black dude. I really honestly saw Keith Urban, and because I've been so conditioned to hear the word urban is black, I just saw Keith Urban and went, oh yeah, okay. And then
isn't urban such a condescending term when you think like?
I always thought it was when we first started comedy.
Yeah,
like, it's urban night.
And you're like, ugh.
Wait, I live in the city too. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's Keith Urban.
I said something about Keith Sweat. I don't know why Keith Sweat was in the news, but I said something about Keith Sweat, and then I misstepped and I said Keith Urban, and Leanne goes, Keith Urban's married to Nicole Kidman, and I went, she married a black dude, and she was like, Keith Urban's white, and I went, Keith Urban's white. She goes, honey, he sings country music, and I went. Like, are you serious? And she goes, he's from Australia. And I go, he's from fucking Australia? There's a lot I don't know about music. Okay?
Well, you know about... Do you know Clint Black?
Yeah. Tom.
What do you think he looks like?
It's a white guy. I know that.
Okay. Well, it's not that far off to have to tell you.
Far off. But Keith Urban is like planted in your subconscious.
Yeah.
So we go to this country music thing.
I got to find pictures of me in a cowboy hat and cowboy boots and everything.
Oh, they're definitely out there of me. I've spent a lot of time in cowboy boots and cowboy hats.
Yeah. I dated a girl and she was like from that, cut from that cloth. And she was like, here's a hat.
No.
Yeah. Like to social.
Is it online?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I have them somewhere.
So
it's ridiculous.
So we go to this country music thing.
The
and we're
things
all
we'll
dressed
do
up.
to get laid. I mean, those are Photoshops.
These are all Photoshop.
Yeah.
That's
But
definitely
I do have them somewhere.
That's a good looking picture. Oh, that's not you. That's the guy that looks like you.
No, that's me. Like they put my face onto somebody. It's a Photoshop.
So we go to this country music thing, and one of the biggest, like Jason Aldean, or like one of the biggest acts. I don't like what's the biggest country music act? Like that guy is on stage. I forget his name, but he's on stage.
Garth Brooks.
No. It's not Garth Brooks. It's I mean the Zach Brown band had just been on, and I was like kinda okay with them, but I was like, it's not my style of music. I find country music to be a tad bit condescending, a little bit. It's just like it's almost like branding. It's not. A lot of it for me is just I got a pickup truck, and everyone's like, I got one of those, and it's like, and then they're like,
I would think that you would be excited about that kind of music.
Well, no, at the time, this is what, so as a comic, and I'm sitting in the front row writing a bit. It's branding. It's like, I'm watching people cheer, and he's like, I go down by the river, and they're like, we had a river right by Granny's house. And they're like, yeah, that's where, think you can, like, he's drawing a picture that they're all, and I'm sitting in front, whoever this big country western star is.
Willie Nelson.
Nope. And I'm arms folded, and I'm in the front row, and I start to get a snob view of life, like going, this sucks. This fucking sucks. And I go, how many of these people would love to be standing where I'm standing? I could give two fucking shits. And I was like, this is so stupid. I can't even enjoy this. Tim McGraw. I think it was Tim McGraw. It was like the biggest country. He was the headliner, right?
Yeah.
Of this, and we're in a stadium, and I'm in the front fucking row, and I have security around me, and I can
because
see,
Travel Channel brought you there?
Travel Channel,
yeah,
and I can see sweat on him, and he's singing to us. And I'm literally sitting arms folded. Go, this sucks. Yeah, fuck this. This is so. Look at how stupid they are for liking it. I don't like it, and I'm up front. That makes me smarter. And then I went, oh my god. I have this realization going. There's a fucking stadium full of people that are liking this. Clearly, this is good.
Right.
Clearly, I am wrong, and I'm not allowing myself an opportunity to be in a great space and see someone who is fucking doing it right. And I went, I'm like a hipster in fucking Brooklyn. Right. I am like the fucking troll online who shits on me. And I go, oh my God, there is a pure joy in disliking something everyone likes.
Yeah.
There's a pure joy in going, I'm right there wrong.
Yeah.
And I looked at my sound guy, John Sales, and I was like, do you like this? He's like, well, it's not my type of music, but it's pretty cool, man. We're right up front. And I was like, why am I not seeing the world like that? Like, and then I started looking around, and my cameramen are like, this is great, right? And then I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I grabbed a beer because I wasn't drinking at the time. I grabbed a beer, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. And I just learned to like it. Like, go, I'm going to be in the moment. I'm going to try to enjoy it with everyone else. But there is a real satisfaction or joy or pleasure in disliking someone everyone likes, like
I think
Dave Matthews.
We're all like, and also that exists I think that exists in everyone's life, that whole thing of like, something becomes, you got to watch this TV show, you got to hear this song, you got to read this book, and people are like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that for sure. And then sometimes what happens is it's an interesting thing that happens where you'll go, all right, I guess I'll check this out. And a lot of times the thing that was a huge hit, you're like, oh, it's pretty fucking good. but sometimes it doesn't actually resonate with you, in which case I think it's fine. I mean, it's fine to hate on something if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
There is that thing where it becomes like this addictive feeling, right?
And you don't want that to define your personality.
Not at all.
You don't want to be like the person that goes to dinner and they're like, hey, did you try her bread? And you're like, fuck her bread.
Dude.
Fuck her bread. Am I right, guys?
The worst ones are when the people like, I have a cousin I feel like is like that with restaurants and food. So you're like, check out this amazing Italian restaurant. He's like, he'll eat it. He's like, pretty good, but have you been to, and you're like, can you just enjoy this? You know, I took him to like this, I think the best sushi place, right? And I was like, I didn't go with him. I told him about it. And then he goes, I went there and I was like, and this guy gets up at 2 a.m, he's Japanese guy, every morning in the fish market. He's had the place, a hole in the wall place in the valley for like 27 years. It's amazing. It's amazing. He was like, it's pretty good. I was like, it's pretty good. And he goes, well, I have a place in Bert. And I was
What
like,
is that? Why?
I don't know. But it's kind of like the same application of that, you know, he's got to say that was okay. I'll refer you to somewhere else that's better.
Yeah, and
then I go out of my way to shit on whatever he recommends. I'm like, you just you just have an unsophisticated palate, so you don't like good
thumb
things.
tongues is what we call them.
Thumb tongues, yeah.
We had one of those in our life. Where
He'll take me somewhere good, and I'll be like, it kind of sucked.
See, but then they infect you, where you go, all right, back at you.
I'm pushing back at you.
Yeah,
of
back
course.
at you.
Yeah.
I used to.
Because I feel the way you talked about that music about like Bruce Springsteen. You know?
Oh, I love Bruce Springsteen.
I wish he was dead.
Have you seen Nadav? Pull up the movie Bruce Springsteen. Right, type in Bruce Springsteen, Indian guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking
about. Dude, it is so fucking good. Blinded by the Light. This dude, I DM'd him and said, dude, your movie is fucking awesome. It's such a great fucking movie.
I want to make clear, I don't wish he was dead, but I don't understand.
You don't like Bruce Springsteen?
Not even a little bit.
For real?
I don't get it. It doesn't do anything for me. I try to be the guy that you just like. I try to have that epiphany you had, where I don't get like upset with, but like when I see the devotion and like people are like, have you seen this footage of them in the E Street Band and at this concert? I'm like, send it to me, and I watch it and I'm like, okay.
By the way, I am now a huge Bruce Springsteen fan because I watched this movie, right?
Yeah.
But I went to a Bruce Springsteen concert at the right by the Coliseum. I don't think it was at the Coliseum. But it was right by the Coliseum. And I hated it.
Well, look,
I hated it. It was such a bad concert. And I'm a big and I ended up arms crossed.
Yeah.
Going like, it's long as fuck. First of all, it's like a 2.5 hour concert.
Here's the thing. I would never go, and I have zero. Don't send me links. I don't want to see any more footage. I don't want to hear any more songs.
Hold on.
But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, though.
Okay.
I've gotten to the point where I actually feel like, you know what? There are things that like some people just love, and that are not for me, and I'm fine with that. I'm at the point where I go, not everything is for me. So that's fine that other people enjoy it.
That's right. You're right.
You know?
You're right about that. Not everything is for me. I just fell in love with Elvis Costello.
Okay.
Right? I never listened to anything Elvis Costello ever in my entire life. I didn't like him because of his glasses.
Of course.
I saw his
Who
glasses.
Who wouldn't want to beat
like,
the shit out of that guy with those glasses?
He reeks of everything I hate in art.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck him.
You fucking prick with your stupid glasses.
I get it. You're branded. You wear the glasses. That's your thing. And
look at those big asshole glasses.
And this is not how I'm certain they wanted him to be sold to a person, but they had said top 5 performances on SNL, top 5 performers banned from SNL, and Elvis Costello is number 1.
He's banned?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he went on, Lorne Michaels told him what song to sing, and he was like, you don't tell me what song to sing. Like, I'll sing whatever the fuck I want to sing. Like, I'm not going to... And they're like, we want you to do this song... hold on, I'll remember this. Lesson Zero. Lesson Zero is all about British Parliament or something, or like British laws. And he was like, that's stupid. Why am I singing that in the United States? Like, it has nothing political to do with the U.S. I should sing radio. And he was like, well, we can't sing radio. That's about how everything's set up for advertisers, and we don't want to fuck with our advertisers. He's like, okay. So he's like, can you play it? It's actually pretty cool. Oh, you can? Oh, yeah, I guess we can. Yeah.
But what happens?
But he starts playing the song Lorne Michaels starts, and he goes, stop. stop. 1, 2, 3. And he plays radio. I got chill bumps watching it. And I was like, I fucking like this guy.
He stops it?
He stops it in the middle of things.
You know that I was actually watching, I don't watch SNL a lot, but I happened to be watching live when the Simpson girl walked off. Do you remember that performance?
No.
Jessica Simpson's sister.
Oh, yeah. I
And
thought
just, like,
you meant the voice of Bart Simpson.
No. The voice of Bart Simpson did not walk off.
If you had not said Jessica Simpson,
Yeah.
I would have heard this totally fucking different for the entire story.
Cowabunga. That's what you thought happened?
When you said, and then the voiceover, and I was like, she didn't even do the real voice on there? That's all she's known for.
No.
And she didn't even, Nancy? I know, what's her name?
Throw your cans on.
What's up?
Well, we have another treat. We have a treat.
Oh, fuck.
So, our...
Nancy Cartwright is here?
No, she's not here, but don't you have... here we go.
Oh, fuck. What's this?
Auto-tune, man.
These are good.
Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want
Nothing like the song.
I want to hear the original one.
I know. You need to hear it.
By the way, we can't release these because he wrote the lyrics, huh?
I mean, release where?
I would. Did you see Chelsea Peretti put out a coffee song?
No.
Yeah, Chelsea Peretti's going viral. She put out a coffee song. No offense, Chelsea Peretti, but it's not like the greatest song I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's just like I want coffee, and it's like fucking going everywhere.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good for
Type
her.
in Chelsea Peretti coffee, SYS. Coffee, and then SYS.
What's SYS?
Assist. There you go. Hit this. This is like huge. This is huge. I'm sure we can play
Oh,
this.
cranking through my sis, like
Yeah.
her system.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. This is
Coffee, got coffee cranking through my sis. Got coffee cranking through my sis. Got coffee cranking through my sis. Got coffee cranking through my sis.
okay. She's selling album.
With that?
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, I know. But play my jam.
That Drake wrote.
But it's my artistic thumbprint on it.
And who produced it? Because who did that? Was that Grass Kingdom too?
Grass Kingdom.
Was it?
We just team up.
Was it Nadav?
No.
Who did it?
Scuba.
Yeah, a lot of talent.
Scuba Booba.
Yeah, a lot of talent has multiple producers on their albums.
That's true. That's true.
I got Scuba Booba, I got Grassroots.
You remind me of when Nas, Illmatic came out, and Primo, and Pete Rock, and Lord Finesse. They all worked with him.
Yep.
People
And
heard you sing, and they're like, "Yo, I want to get on this dude's album."
So here's what I need. This is super simple. And by the way, we will do this next episode. All I need is some poets out there to write me some lyrics. Mm-hmm. I will improv them and make them brilliant.
Jesus.
And then Scuba Booba and Grassroots,
Grass Kingdom.
Grass Kingdom will produce them. We got hits.
We got hits.
All the money goes to charity.
Okay.
We release it on iTunes, and these will be viral fucking hits. These will be to the point where I guarantee you I get a shout out from Drake.
Why would he shout you out?
Drake's going to go, I can't believe I started all this. Drake's going to be like, dude, this is good stuff. How do I get Scuba Booba and Grassroots in the studio with me to flip my shit? And then these poets will be out there, and then he'll be like, that's not even enough. He's like, this guy Bert just feels the things and just rhymes them. I structure them.
Here's what I think.
What?
I think your idea that you just said, I want to do this to your idea.
Dude, let's try it. Guys, we need one poet out there. Do we have a poet?
Lyricist?
Lyricist.
Yeah.
Or maybe we take a not such a big hit song
That's probably a good place to start.
and we just flip it.
Just like a boring song?
Take a
Not a
song.
hit. Not a hit.
Or
You think you could do something? Maybe you could make a Bruce Springsteen song interesting to me.
bam. Give me a obscure Bruce Springsteen song.
Spring.
By the way, some fucking asshole goes. And by the way, don't think I didn't know you were trolling me, okay? I do Dr. Drew's podcast because everyone's like, it's been super depressing. Dr. Drew sometimes just talks about facts. And they're like, we would love some not so many facts in there. So they have me on, and this fucking cunt goes, hey man, I've been drinking my whole adult life, and now I stutter and don't say the right words when I talk. Is that because of alcohol? Hey Bert, I noticed you do it also.
What was Drew's response?
Drew's like, it has to be a great deal of alcohol. And I was like, okay, next question.
How much do you think you're going to drink on Friday?
Just a couple drinks. I'm not into booze right now.
Yeah, I know.
Like, Leanne was fucking wasted last night.
She was? Did you guys fight today?
Yeah, her and Isla always fight.
What do they fight about?
Everything. Waking up, Isla sets an alarm, and it's Alexa. So it's Alexa's alarm is do 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 ding, do 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 ding, and we walk in her room, and it's been going off for a half an hour, and she just sleeps right through it. And Leanne's like, this is ridiculous. Isla, get out of bed. And no one likes to be woken up like that.
Yeah.
And so they go at it. They're the same person. They go at it. Then Georgia.
They really are the same. They look the same.
And then Georgia teams up with Leanne and goes, I've been hearing the alarm for 30 minutes. And I was like, Georgia, stay out of this. And then I jump in and I'm like, guys, hold on. And because I can't wake up. Alarms don't wake me up. So I have to set like 9 alarms all over the house.
Really?
I've never once set an alarm and been like, that'll do it. I've never once been like.
What do you do for flights? You set like 7 alarms?
I set alarms, and it's usually like, if you look, this is a perfect example. I showed this to Isla this morning. If you look at my alarms, look at how I structure it. 5,
Oh,
5,
my
10.
God.
Like, these are, and
Wait,
by the way.
do they go off
look
at the same time?
Look at this, Tom. It's in 5-minute increments. These are different flights I've taken. So it's like 4. Look at this. I mean, it's.
But what about when there's 2 at the same time? Do 2 go off at the same time?
Yeah. It'll go off. What I do is, so say yesterday I got to get up for 6 a.m. radio, right? Mm-hmm. So I set 2 5:30 alarms. So it goes off. So I'll set snooze for one, but another one will go off, and I'll set snooze for the next one. And then 5:35 will go off, and I'll set snooze for that.
And
then
does Leanne wake up when this all goes going?
5:40 goes off. I hit snooze for that. And now at one point, they are just going off non-fucking stop.
Is she not yelling at you for that?
She's just learned to live with it because it pays the bills. So, but Isla's not paying any bills. So I had to say to Isla, you got to set alarms everywhere. So today, we just set up her room with literally alarms in every corner. So she's got to get.
Wait, let me see. So you pull up your alarms again. I want to see what your sounds that you like are. You have radar. Radar's aggressive. That is not a fun alarm. I mean,
is that what I wake up to?
Yeah, that's.
Let's hear it. Yeah, that's what I wake up to.
Is it? Are they all that?
That's it.
They all are that one?
That's the loudest one. Unless you can find a louder one.
No, there's louder ones.
No, give me a louder one. We've had an argument about.
Tell me what you like.
No, never. I'm going to sleep through that. That sounds like go back to bed. Nope. Nope.
I don't like that.
I dream about robots.
No, that's too sweet. Let's see. Hold on.
No, I'm not a princess. I'm not. It's not 1980 Revenge of the Nerds. Nope.
No.
How does this wake anyone up?
Okay.
Nope.
That's super annoying.
Nope. It's not loud enough.
Really?
Go to the original one.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah. Nah, that's like a sweet alarm. How about this?
Nope.
No? How about... No? This is a bird alarm. That's like a fucking party starting.
It sounds like I'm at a baseball game. Ladies and gentlemen! Yeah. I'll just have dreams about baseball. Who does that wake up?
No, I guess maybe you were right.
Yeah, that's fucking annoying.
Super annoying.
Yeah.
Should I put it on for you?
We should create sound bites and then sell them in the not sell them. We'll just give them away in the ring section of alarms.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do our own. Hey guys, it's 2 Bears, 1 Caves. Wake up!
Get up, you fucking loser!
You have herpes. You have herpes.
Oh, that's what you want the alarm.
Yeah. You have herpes.
Wake up, you fucking Jew.
Some people are like, that'll actually get me out of bed.
That'll get me out of bed.
Hey, you dirty Italian, get out of bed and make some pasta.
Hey, wake up, you fucking wop.
Hey, mama says it's time to make a meatballs.
Oh.
Hey, oh.
Those could sell. I think those would sell well.
I had an improv that we were doing on the bus when we
Levántate, beaner. And we cannot cast you in another commercial. You are red.
Levántate.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Do one for white people?
Okay.
This economy is on your shoulders. Get up, please.
This episode of Two Bears is brought to you by Whoop. We're living in crazy times right now. Anxiety is at an all-time high as we self-quarantine trying to combat the coronavirus. We're stressed. We don't sleep well. That weakens our immune systems. We're more prone to getting sick. The best natural way to boost your immune system is getting great sleep. I love the Whoop fitness tracker. I wear it every day. It tracks my strain. It tracks my sleep. It has a built-in strain coach, sleep coach. They've added all these details to the journal so you can really input what you're doing and how it affects your sleep. So right now, like it asks you like your stress levels, caffeine intake, marijuana intake, alcohol, reading in bed, sharing the bed, all these things you can input, which I think is fascinating to then go back and study that data. If you're at home, you're stuck, you want that strain coach gives you advice on, how to take it to the next level. It gives you that extra push. I could not be happier with it. For our listeners, Whoop is offering 15% off with the code BEARS at checkout. Go to whoop.com and enter BEARS at checkout to save 15%. That's WHOOP. Sleep better, recover faster, and train smarter. Optimize your performance with Whoop.
This podcast is brought to you by Hims. A common issue facing men is one they don't want to always talk about. Think long and hard about it. Did you know that 40% of men by the age of 40 struggle with not being able to get or maintain an erection? Did you know guys turn to weird solutions? Like, I know Red Band always uses those pills you get at gas stations. Those can't be good for you. Typical fucking Red Band, by the way. I have definitely in my older age found that I don't have the same power I used to bring when I was younger. It's happened to a lot of guys, and this is a company. Hims was created by a man who knew that some of these conversations are better to have online than in person, and that is 100% true when it comes to erectile issues. Hims is one-stop shopping for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness. Listen, these are not gas station Red Band supplements. These are generic equivalents to the name brand prescriptions that help you combat erectile dysfunction. Prescription solutions backed by science and made affordable. Stop worrying about multiple in-office doctor visits. No painful injections like other treatments. It's super easy. All you got to do is answer a few medical questions, chat with a doctor online for confidential review, and if approved by that doctor, those products are shipped directly to your door. Being your best and performing your best is now available to you. It is erectile without the dysfunction. This is going to be the hardest year of your life. So let's make it the hardest year of your life. That's a great copy read. To try Hims, start today with a free online visit. Go to forhims.com/cave. That's forhims, forhims.com/cave, forhims.com/cave. Prescription products are subject to a doctor's approval and require an online consultation with a physician who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. See website for full details and safety information. This could cost you hundreds if you went in person to a doctor's office or a pharmacy. Remember, that's forhims.com/cave. This when I was a kid, I used to do. By the way, I would pay probably $100,000 to find this tape right now. I used to do motivational speeches to myself in the morning when I was in 6th and 7th grade. By the way, if I could find these tapes, Tom, they would be such gold. It would
videotape yourself?
It wasn't videotape, it was audio tape, and it was taped off my recorder on like my stereo thing, and I would be like, "Come on, Bert, you got this, man." get up, buddy. Come on. We did this last night. We know we're not going to feel good. Like I would talk to myself, come on. Okay, I'm going to play one song. And then after this song, you're getting up. This song better pump you up,
then you
buddy.
would play that?
And then I'd play a song. And then I'd be like, all right, now get out of bed. And I'd be like, okay. And like, okay, man.
You
have a
play
great-"
your voice to you.
I would play my voice to me, giving myself a pep talk about the day. I would give $100,000.
What goes on in your head?
I was the weirdest child. I would do those.
Did you frustrate your parents to no end?
Oh, I did a podcast with this woman, Dr. V, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about drawing wrong people into your life. Because as you know, I've had an innate ability of drawing a lot of very toxic people into my life.
What was that?
It's a burp.
Oh.
It's fucking Red Bull. I love Red Bull so much. I haven't drank it in like 10 years, and I love it more than anything. I love it so much. I quit drinking because my blood pressure was through the roof.
Yeah.
But right now my blood pressure is so low I get lightheaded. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it up a little bit. So I said to this lady, Dr. V, was a great fucking podcast, by the way. If you're looking for a guest, she was awesome.
Who?
She's a therapist. She did like she does stuff on Bravo. She's like
Who is it?
Dr. V.
Okay.
And so I did. I said, I'm bringing these toxic people into my life. Why am I keep bringing toxic people into my life? She's beautiful. And so she said,
You had her on your podcast?
yeah, but it was a Zoom recording.
Okay.
And we just did therapy. I was supposed to interview her about her stuff, and I just did therapy with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to release it. It's a pretty good podcast. So then she said, well, what was it? Did your parents make you feel like you were worth something? And I said, well, my mom did. She said, what about your dad? And I said, I don't think my dad really got my personality. She went, really? And I said, yeah. And she goes, give me an example. When I was in first grade, I played for the Yankees. I was playing second base. And like, I was obsessed with baseball. Bases were loaded. I'm sure I've told you this story. Bases were loaded. Fly ball was hit to me.
Yes.
I caught it. I ripped my shirt off. I spiked the ball.
Yes.
I ripped my shirt off, and I started dancing.
Yeah.
All the bases cleared. They tagged up. They all scored. We lost the game. But the place went nuts. I mean, the fucking, like, both sides were cheering and going crazy. My side was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. And their side just won the game.
Yeah.
And she said, what was your dad's reaction? And I said, I don't remember really. I remember my mom thought it was funny. I remember getting done and people were like coming up to me. And I swear to God, my feeling was, give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
And I felt celebrated. Like, people were like, that was fucking amazing. And I was at first grade. I was like, yeah, I know. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And so she goes, well, we should call your dad. And I said, hey, Dad, do you remember? And he goes, yes. I go, what was your reaction? Like, how did you feel? And he goes, shocked. And to think that was his child, like that he looked at this human being that he created and was just like, that there was a part of me that was like, this is going to sound horrible, but like Michael Jordan, where I was like, inflated ego. I thought I was the greatest. Like, I believed all these things about myself. I was so...
From this incident?
In first grade, and my dad had to shake that out of me, like, very aggressively, be like, you're not great. Shut the fuck up. You're just a regular person. I would say things that were so big. I remember one time saying to him that I had won the 60-yard dash or whatever, 40-yard dash in first grade, that I was the fastest kid in first grade.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure I'm the fastest kid in grade school right now. And he was like, you're not. You're in first grade. And I said, I don't know. Coach said that, like, I beat Tony Price by like a good amount. And he was like, you want to go out front? I was like, what? And he was like, you want to race me? And I was like, well, yeah, I'll beat you. He was like, you're not going to beat me. I was like, I definitely will. And he goes, let's go out front. So I go out front. I stretch. I get up in the starting blocks. I like sit there to run. He's like, you call it. Name it. 3, 2, 1, go. And I went 3, 2, 1. And I remember even giving myself a little bit of a head start. Go. And I take off. And I'm sprinting. I mean, chin to my chest as hard as I can.
Yeah.
And I hear him laughing. And I look up and he's running backwards in front of me. And he goes, you'll never beat me at anything. He did that so much to just shake. I had this unwielding confidence in myself, which I wish I still had. I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
I remember one time we played tennis and he goes, he goes, he's like, man, you're really hitting the ball today. Like, he would set me up to fail. He go, you're really hitting the ball today. I go, yeah, I'm really crushing it. And he goes, we should play for something. And I was like, yeah. And now, by the way, I'm playing better than I've ever played.
Yeah.
And he goes, he's like, what do you want to play for? And I was like, a puppy. I wanted a puppy so bad. And he was like, so if you win, we'll just go right now and just go get a puppy at the pet store. And I was like, yeah. He's like, whatever puppy you want. And I said, yeah. And he goes, all right, let's play. And he hit like a grown man and beat the fuck out of me. And I started getting really upset, really frustrated. He goes, buddy, calm down. And I said, no, I was doing good. And he goes, oh, I was letting you do good. And he was like, I'm not getting a fucking puppy. And he just beat the shit out of me. And I remember getting in the car going, why would you make me think? He goes, well, I wanted you to feel good about yourself, but you think I was going to fucking pick up a puppy? Like, we're not getting a dog. And he's like, I had to beat you.
I've been doing something similar.
Wait.
No, with so Ellis was like he wanted to race. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I let him, he's 4. I let him run, and then he's like, oh, I win. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, all right, this time I'll just, turn it on. So I just like flew past him.
Yeah.
I got to the finish line way ahead of him, and then he got there and he's like, I win. I go, no, you didn't. And he's like, yeah. I go, no, because I got there first. So you didn't win. And then
You're my dad.
I was like, that's not
You're my dad.
that's not winning. And he was like, he's like, yeah. I go, no. You have to be first to win, and you didn't win. So then he was like, okay. And then he just ran in the other direction to like the other end. He was like, now I want. And I was like, all right.
So wait. So this is really fascinating. So when you have boys, this is going to come off very horrible.
Go for it.
So having little girls, I never wanted to put them in their place.
Mm-hmm.
But having boys, I was always put in my place of like, you're not a man. Like, don't step to me like that. Like, I'm always going to be better than you because I'm also a man. But when you have little girls, you're like, God, you're fucking amazing. Like, you always let them win because they're girls.
I let him win. I let him win a lot because you got to let them win when they're that young. But I mean, I just wanted him to understand. I'm just trying to get him to
won
understand.
against my dad.
Yeah, I wanted him to understand that. Like, I just wanted to understand that you have to be first to say you won. I don't think he understood that. He was like, I won. I'm like, no. You're not first.
He didn't understand the concept of racing at all.
No. He just liked to be like,
won.
he's like, I won. I'm like,
an
no,
American.
you're second. You're second.
Wait, what was your dad like? Was your dad? Because your dad, I think of your dad a very
really
different way.
Interesting. My dad would definitely let your little kid same thing I do. Like if we were playing a board game or something, when they're that young, you're just like, yeah, you won. I mean,
yeah,
you just tell them they won. They get so happy that they won. But there's a certain age.
You won until you're in a foxhole and numb. And your buddy's crying because his feet hurt.
I think my dad kind of was like really easy on me until he also wasn't like. He didn't let me quit at anything. So like if I was like, I don't want to go to this thing anymore, he's like, well, you're on the team now, so you're definitely going.
There was no quitting.
Yeah, you can't quit. The thing is like with weightlifting, so he was like competitive, right? And he won a couple state titles.
Your dad, I forget your dad was a competitive weightlifter.
When he got me a set of weights, like junior weights, I remember I was like, he was like, you're not doing that right. It was like a power clean or something. And I was like, well, what should I do? And his version of coaching was, watch me. So then he just did it. And I was like, okay. He's like, just do that. And then I'm like, all right, I mean, that's not really coaching. So I would do it again. He was like, nah. And then he'd just like walk away.
For real?
Yeah, he was like, just keep doing it. But
so wait, who do you think you would have been if you had been uncut? Meaning like, if the pure version of Tom that came out of Peru, like
out of Peru,
like you know what I mean? I watched Operation Odessa last night, but like the uncut version of Tom, had you been left to fester in your own confidence, your own ego, your own brain, without the effect of your father, like I would be absolutely unbearable without my dad's.
You're almost there.
I'm almost there, but imagine if you didn't have my dad going. Like when I was 20,
it's a good question.
When I was 26, my dad gave me, which I've said over and over, I won't go into detail, but the most aggressive break-off speech you could ever give a young man. Like you're a loser, you're a piece of shit, I fucked up, I didn't raise you right, you have no humility, you're a party boy, good luck, I'll see you whenever you need money again. And I was like, that's not what I'm I thought it was my birthday. I was like, I thought you were going to wish me happy birthday.
He's like, oh, I forgot it was your birthday.
He didn't even know it was my birthday.
You're like, happy birthday.
I was like, it's my birthday. And he goes, and then he was like, no, if you want to fix this. I remember at one point, this is like the most poignant thing he's ever said to me. He's like, if you want to fix this, you'll do this. To get into comedy, you'll do this tonight. And I said, well, I can't do it tonight. I have a party planned. He goes, you don't deserve a party. What are you celebrating? You're a loser. Why would you get a party? You're a loser. By the way, I think more men need that in their lives.
I think you're right.
Like, my dad's speech to me was so painful.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I remember waking up going, it's November 3rd. I wish I could remember the exact year, but November 3rd, I was turning 26. The phone rang. I was hungover from partying, and we didn't have blinds in our apartment. I was like, I'll just answer it, let him say happy birthday real quick, go back to bed. And I just picked it up. I was like, hello. And he was like, I just perjured myself in court. And I was like, what? He goes, I perjured myself in court. The judge said, Al, how's your son doing? And I said, good. I lied under oath.
That's how it started?
And I went, oh, okay. And he was like, I lied, and I've never lied in court, and I just perjured myself. I can't believe I should have said he's a loser, Your Honor. I should have said the truth. He's a loser, and he's not doing anything. He was a party boy, and I don't know what's going to happen with him.
Where were you when you had this call?
I was on the couch.
But in which city?
In New York. I'd moved to New York to do stand-up. I'd been written up in Rolling Stone as the #1 party animal in the country. I moved to New York, and I wasn't doing fucking anything. I had a job at Barnes & Noble. I think I'd gotten fired from already. I just was living on a couch, hanging out at comedy clubs, not doing anything. And it was all because whatever part of me, and I acknowledge this, whatever part of me believed in greatness, believed I was great, wouldn't allow myself to take a step backwards and go, can you give me an opportunity?
Yeah.
Like I was just like, well, only losers go like, hey man, how can I get a job here? How can I, like I was just like in comedy clubs, not a job. I'd gotten jobs before, but like, and my dad was like, you're a loser. There's no humility. It was just the most aggressive speech.
I remember when you told me this. You told me this in the car on the way to Sacramento like 15 years ago.
Ooh.
I was like, ooh.
Dude, it was, my dad. I
mean, it's just I was like, what? And you told me this. You told me on the way back.
Yeah. I remember thinking to myself at the moment, it hurt so bad I thought, I'm going to do what he says and show him that he's a fucking idiot. Mm-hmm. And I'll bring it and put it on a plate and go, you said do this. I did this and it didn't fucking work. In order to be great, you've got to have a big ego and you got to believe in yourself. All these things that you read in a book or you see on a fucking True Hollywood Story. And you're like, that's how greatness is achieved. And I went and I did what he did and it worked. It worked like in spades. And to this day, I just keep following that path of like, and I'm not the most humble person at all, but like at all. But in business, I like getting into the Comedy Store. I was 43, and to like be like hat in hand, be like, it's one of the things I want in life. And by the way, my ego would totally get in the way of that. Like I'd been on TV, I had specials, I had money, I didn't need to work there, but I wanted something I wanted, and I just went back to that old thing my dad set up of be humble, say what you want. And tell him you'll do anything. Tell him you're not above anything. But it's who. My point is, God, the fucking Bert interrupt us. My point is, who would you have been uncut? Like your dad put a line. Your dad cut you with a bunch of shit to make you to be a man, right?
Yeah.
I'm having deja vu right now.
Yeah.
Like what would you be if you had been left on an island? I would be in a loincloth with knee-high moccasins, bragging, telling you stories about how great I was, having never done anything. That's who I would have been if my dad hadn't fucked me up or fixed me up and fucked me up.
I don't know, man. I tend to think that I always think that if I hadn't, got married and had kids, like I have that thoughts. I'm like, what would I be doing, And I think I'd be a real fucking mess. So I think that without.
So do you think push had more of an influence on you?
No, not necessarily. No, I mean I think a lot of it comes from parenting for sure, like from your parents. But I just mean that like
your mom to me always seems like a supporter of you, like I love what Tommy is. Like your mom seems like a giggling factor, the same personality as yours.
Oh, She's more combative with my dad. My dad thinks if I take a shit, it should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So is it your mom that's more like?
She's more combative. She's
Really?
the one who. Yeah. It's the opposite. He is just like my dad goes. We were on vacation. There was a comedian performing at the theater. I'm like, oh yeah, who was it? He's like, I don't know. I don't watch any other comedians. You're the only comedian. I'm like, you can enjoy other comedians, and he's like, I don't want to. He's like, I feel like it's disloyal to you. I'm like, Dad, it's not. And I'm like, Dad, you can go watch other comedians. He's like, I would never want to. You're the only comedian. I'm like, all right. So like he's like that. Like he's
My dad's very different. My dad's very different.
My dad.
My
like,
dad's
tells
very
me that
different.
I'm fantastic.
How is my mom?
My mom's not like that, by the way.
My mom the other day. So we started to watch. I saw that all three of you had a joke that's throughout all your specials. I started to watch all of them. We watched all of them. My dad. Tom's special's fucking hilarious. That fucking guy. I don't know. When you guys do your podcast, does he like lead it? And I was like, huh? He's like, no, that's fucking funny. Whatever his fucking thing is, I love it, man. The foot up on the thing. That is fucking confident. You're like, oh, cool, Dad. My mom loves Chris D'Elia.
I think really.
My mom.
Do you think she kind of fantasizes a little bit?
Has to. Everyone has to, right?
Do you think she's like?
My mom told me a long time ago. I remember bringing up D'Elia. She goes, "Now I'm a fan of his," and this is before, like, I thought my mom was following Chris D'Elia way before, like, fucking 8 years ago. My mom was into Chris D'Elia.
You should get her some headshots.
I should get a fucking signed
headshot.
Like,
what's her first name?
Gigi.
Yeah, but Gigi, all my love or something.
All my love.
Winky face.
She was, you know what it was? Is Whitney's podcast, Whitney's
show.
TV show. My mom loves Whitney. Loves Whitney. Like if I cheated on my Leanne with Whitney, my mom would be like, it's an upward move. She had a great show. I never had a show.
Wait, so is your mom supportive the way my dad is about? Like she's like, Bert, you were so
You're
great.
The best.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my long-haired poet. My mom has always been like my champion. My dad's always been like, I don't see that. You don't see the cracks in this fucking system. He's a mess. He's a fucking mess. Even when I say, like, when I'm consistently wrong with my dad, but not. It's just to teach me how to be raised. Like to whatever thing whatever idea I have, he points out that it's wrong. Like Deion Sanders, right? I remember sitting down. I just talked to Gabby Reese about this the other day. Mm-hmm. I remember sitting down with my dad, and Deion Sanders was on the cover of Sports Illustrated with Prime Time, right?
Yeah.
Now, I assumed, because my dad wasn't a fan of me spiking a ball, ripping my shirt off, and dancing, that he wouldn't be a fan of Deion's. So I tried to slide in on like an adjacent line. And I was like, I remember we were outside on our patio. My dad was at that glass table and he was looking at it. And I said, I don't know, Dad. If you ask me, it's like, just shut up and play the game, right? And he was like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And I was like, what? And he goes, you're talking about a kid from Miami who was born with nothing and now he has an opportunity to shine. And they want to take it away from him. And all he knows is that he can brand himself and make more money by doing this than half of these kids who do. Look, shut the fuck up. And I was like, okay. By the way, I love Deion. I was only saying that because I thought that's what my dad would want to hear.
But he is from North Fort Myers. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
Now, my dad would be like, I watched your special again last night. And I'm like, cool. How many times is that now? He goes, I lost count. You're just such a commanding voice up there. And
really?
The way you just move from one topic. I mean, he just like goes on and on like he's talking about fucking paintings and shit.
I think it would be amazing to have your dad do a review on my special.
That would be hilarious.
What do you think your dad would say when my shirt comes off? He'd be like, I don't get it. I'm immediately.
He would just be like, why is it still off? Like 10 minutes later. I think he would like you if he allowed himself to enjoy somebody else.
But that's the same mentality we talk about like
Springsteen and stuff.
Yeah, like allowing yourself. My dad likes you as a person. My dad, I think, sees himself in you. Is more like quiet, do the work, let the work speak for itself, and then go back and live a regular life, have a drink, have a cigar every now and then. My dad doesn't have a
sense of humor about, like, one time a roommate came to visit. My dad came to visit, and I was with a roommate, And one of my roommates was like, my dad was doing, like, when someone's dad comes, it's a little more like shake hands. And my dad goes, how's it going? And my roommate goes, well, it's been a little taxing. I got to deal with this guy.
As a joke, yeah.
And my dad was like, what? And the kid was like, he's like, oh, I just got to put up with his shit all day, And my dad goes, he's a great kid. And I was like, Dad, he's joking. and he was like, what? And I go, I felt so bad for I was like, you did nothing wrong. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with? And then I yelled at him. I was like, what is wrong with you? And he's like,
a great
what?
kid.
Yeah, I was like, Dad, he's you don't get that he's joking around. He doesn't have it. He doesn't see it within that regard.
Nadav, type in Bert Kreischer green flash. So I did this video. No. Go to my YouTube. Wait, go to my YouTube. Go to YouTube and type Bert Kreischer green flash. I don't know why it's pulling up these videos. I did this video at our beach house, which you've been to. And
that's true. I have been there.
Yeah, I remember
so long ago.
I think so much of this.
How far is that house from like where your parents live?
20, 30 minutes.
Oh, it is kind of a little ways. Okay.
It's a little ways.
What's like the actual city?
Oh my God, did I take it off because of Travel Channel? I bet I took it off because of Travel Channel. No, I took it off because of Travel Channel. Fuck. I had this video that I shot. This is back when I was just being my personality, being a stand-up, and videos were like YouTube had just started a little bit. And there's an old theory of if when the sun hits the horizon, there's a green flash.
Okay.
It's like a big thing in Florida that people say happened. So I filmed a sunset, and right when the sun gets to the edge of the horizon and starts to disappear, I cut and I show myself in an American flag thong, and it's just me grinding in that kitchen going, oh, you waiting for a green flash? Here's your green flash. And then I turn around and you see my whole ass cheek. I go, the moon's coming up. My dad saw that. And he just goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? He goes, why? That's in our fucking beach house. He goes, why? He goes, why do you own a thong? And I was like, oh no. He was like, what? You own a thong? You brought a thong to the beach house? You put a thong on by yourself in our beach house. He's like, please tell me you were drunk. I was like, I was stone sober. He was like, sober? You put this online? People are going to see this. What the fuck is wrong with you? They're going to see this and go, that's the beach house I rented. And that was my fucking sense of humor. And my dad just does not get it. But I don't begrudge him for not getting my sense of humor entirely.
I bet I could hang out with your dad though.
100%. You and my dad would get along extremely well.
Well, I have met him, but it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
It was like
Easter.
super quick.
Was it last time you hung out with him? Was Easter.
And also was that the very first podcast? Very first Bertcast?
Very first Bertcast. Someone just texted, Easter just happened, and they said, this is very different than the first Easter I spent with you guys. This is one of our buddies we see all the time. Yeah. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah, Joey D has slipped your dad marijuana, and you did a podcast about it. Yeah. And I went, oh, wow.
I remember being like, oh my, because I was thinking of my dad. My dad's pretty straight-laced.
Yeah.
When he gave your dad an edible, I was like, my dad would fucking lose his mind.
My like dad, that started my dad eating marijuana.
Yeah, your dad became like cool with it.
Now he eats marijuana every night. My mom baked pot cookies for my dad the other night.
Really?
Yeah, they eat marijuana just about every night, but
and
not a ton.
Good
but
mood?
It's like you. It's like 10 milligrams, and he just kind of relaxes. He's overdone it. He overdid it when we played Pebble Beach. He ate too many marijuana cookies because he's like, my back's hurting. I'm gonna have 10. I'm gonna have to eat another 10 milligrams. He had like 40 milligrams of marijuana, and he was white knuckling it on the cliffs. He was like, I fucking can't. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
You're playing Pebble Beach.
It's not cheap.
I bet it
was my treat to him.
Yeah.
But getting ready to kick off the tour, and I was like, why don't I fly my dad up? We'll play Pebble Beach. We'll play Spyglass Pebble Beach. Played Spyglass, had a great time. I hit an eagle. Play Pebble Beach, and everything went fucking wrong.
Do you have to play with another group or no?
Yeah, you play with another group, and they go, do you want caddies? By the way, I'm not that anyone listening to this podcast is ever playing Pebble Beach. It's so fucking ridiculously expensive.
There might be people that are playing
No one, it's not doesn't make sense.
Really?
It does not make sense.
How much does it cost?
It's like, I'll just tell you, because I think you can find out. I think it's $6,000 a round.
What?
Yep.
Wow. Per person?
Yep. I think. By the way, it's either $6,000 per round or $6,000 for the room, but you can't play Pebble Beach unless you rent a room at Pebble Beach.
Oh, and stay there.
Yeah, so you have to stay there, but you can't stay there for one night. You got to stay there for 5 nights. You got to rent the room for like fucking 3 nights.
That's
it's
how they get
so
you.
expensive that I'm just saying that it is something only old white men do.
Right.
That is who's on that course. It is Canadians and old white people and
old white people from Canada.
And old white people from Canada, and then me and my dad. And I didn't fit in. I was like the odd man out because I was younger than it just didn't make sense. They go, "Do you want a caddy?" And my dad's like, "Oh, we don't need a caddy." And we should have gotten a caddy. We definitely should have gotten a caddy because once you don't get a caddy, they're almost like, "Go fuck yourself." But if you get a caddy, and then the other group got a caddy, and then he wouldn't speak to us at times because he would like whisper what club to use to the other people, and you're like, "Oh, come on." By the way, that guy, I can't tell this, but I did San Jose, and I met some.
What guy?
And by the way, hold on, there are 2 caddies that listen to this at Pebble Beach that came to my show in San Jose that are big fans of the podcast.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yo, you play Pebble Beach. Who's the caddy?" Because I talked about this once. They go, "Who's the caddy?" And I told them, and they're like,
The caddy that wouldn't talk to you?
he wouldn't talk to us, and he was kind of like, he was an okay guy, but he was a little bit of a dick. Like on par on the 4th hole, I was like, "I think I can reach the green," and he was like, "No, you can't." And I was like, "Well, you're not my caddy, so shut the fuck up." And he's like, "No one can reach the green." And I was like, "Bullshit! I've played this on Tiger Woods golf. The green's reachable." And he was like, "You can't reach the green." And I was like, "I think I can." And I hit one. By the way, when you have a caddy, they're like, they play by the rules. I don't play by the fucking rules. I do whatever the fuck I want out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit one, it goes into the fucking ocean, and I go, "I'm hitting another one." He's like, "You're taking a mulligan?" And I go, "Or I'm just gonna hit until I reach the fucking green to prove to you you're fucking wrong. I'll spend $180 worth of balls to hit that fucking green." So I hit the next one, and I got up in the sand by it, and I was like, it wasn't on the green.
Mm-hmm.
It was close fucking enough.
Yeah.
But I told them about this, and then they're like, "Oh my God, do we have gossip about that guy?" We're at the bar after my show, and they were just telling me stories about this guy and how he got fired. And I was like, "Shut
he
the
got
fuck
fired.
up." Oh my God. I wish I could tell. I'll tell you this much. And by the way, I haven't said any names, so no one can. Not only did he, by the way, this is rumors, but I just feel bad because he did something, and the head of the company went to go talk to him to say, "Hey man, you can't do that on the course, okay? It's 2019. You can't be doing that on the course." And as they went up to talk to him, he was blowing rails of coke off his dashboard.
And that's how they fired
They were
him.
like, "Okay, now you're definitely fired." And then he sued them, and he got back. He's still there.
He's there?
He's still there. Oh,
He's going to find out about this one.
Yeah, whatever. How am I? I'm not responsible.
You're not
right?
responsible for it.
Fuck.
It was my birthday, and I had a really nice birthday at home with my family. Had a great time, and you surprised me. I just wanted to say thank you for putting together this. You sent me individual videos, and then you made a compilation. It was really, really sweet. Thank you for making this.
Thank you.
For the people that don't know.
Dedicated to the machine for his best friend's birthday, Tom Segura.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
What's his name? Tom
But how long has it been since you've had your scrum eaten?
Segura.
Happy birthday
I used to work with big cocks, but not a cock like that. I mean, that cock was just amazing.
to you.
The last girl that. Oh, that's, by the way, that is Dana.
Have a great day.
Such a big fan.
Have a great day.
Is she in Florida?
I don't know, but
I'm gonna find out where the bodies are at.
there were so many. This is the short version. Everyone's videos. I mean, there's so many were so funny.
It started as
It was the sweetest thing to have all these adult performers do like genuine happy birthday things, actually.
I got to call them out. I said I was going to call them out, and I have all their direct messages to me.
Okay.
But what was so great about this was I had an idea that I was going to have adult performers sing happy birthday and then cut it together like a Gal Gadot video.
Yeah.
And so I put it out that night. I put out a tweet saying,
Yeah, I saw you said like anybody in adult, and then what would happen when they say I would
I'll show you exactly. I'll go to one of the first ones was
Did you have like a copy and paste message that you would, you know what I mean? Or would you explain each one like
I would say this to Carol Baskins. One of the first one that reached out was Brooklyn Justa Gray. Nope, that's not her. Kira Noir. She's on there.
Okay.
And so she hit up and I said, I want to do a Gal Gadot style Imagine video, but singing happy birthday to my bestie, comedian Tom Segura. Are you interested? His birthday is tomorrow. And she goes, that would be awesome. I'd love to. So she said, just a video of me singing happy birthday? I said, awesome. Thank you. Just record yourself singing happy birthday to Tom Segura with whatever creative touches you want. In landscape mode, I'll edit together, and we'll definitely be talking about our podcast, sharing and tagging. I didn't tag anyone. I'm sorry. It's just too much work. I got so many replies. I thought like I get 6 people.
Yeah.
So I could, you only need 6 to do happy birthday. And I got Kira Noir, I'll give them all a shout, Lisa Ann, Winter Jade, Amora Dragon, Ryan McClain, Natalie the Queen, Destiny Love, Alex Legend is the one at the end. I think Alex Legend played guitar.
Is that the guy that started it?
Yeah, he's the first one. He goes, this is for the machine.
Yeah. Is that his real accent, or is he putting on an accent for the video?
I have no idea. Google Alex Legend and let's see him fuck. I wanted to see his... Yeah, Alex, self-bookings. You can book him by yourself?
Sure. Oh, there he is. That's what you wanted to see.
Nice piece. Let's hear him talk, though. More you and less them. Look at that. Whoa.
Is that him?
Yeah, he's a good-looking dude. By the way, he does a lot more. Let me give a shout-out to Alex. He goes, I have a few other skills besides banging girls. I also write beats. Alex Legend. We're looking for a collab.
Best friend's birthday, Tom Segura.
That's Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. Yeah, Jesus.
Here we go. I'm going to keep giving him shouts.
Yeah.
Crafty Cause, Abigail Mack, John Schneider. I think John Schneider is not. That's not a porn star. Sorry. Abigail Rogers, Ryan Kona, Jamie Foster, Silva Sage, London River is on there. Tabitha Stevens, Joanne Angel, Carmen Valentine, Dana Dearmond. I know Dana from, she used to be good friends with Red Band.
Yeah, she's a big comedy fan.
Katie Kennedy. Kate
Kennedy.
Kate Kennedy. By the way, I felt weird. Isn't it crazy because I listened to that whole podcast you did with Kate Kennedy?
Yeah.
I felt actually very weird because she was like, should I be naked or something? And I was like, no.
Oh, right.
Because I feel like I know her.
It's totally different.
It's so weird. And
know.
by the way, I didn't tell any of the girls to get naked. I just said, do whatever you want. They'd be like, is anyone wearing tops? And I was like, it's not. I was like, I wouldn't mind more of what fucking Adrian Chechik did. Holy fuck.
Adriana, right? Adriana?
I don't know. Marissa OnlyFans, Alluring Ali, Kiki Diader, Adriana Chechik, Ron Jeremy, Ryan Kelly, Matt Jones. Matt Jones he's from Kentucky Sports Radio.
Is that everybody?
No.
Oh.
Sean Biggerstaff, Leah, MV Anniversary, Lydia Black, Dahlia D, and Whitney Morgan.
Awesome.
Those are all the and Trinity St. Clair and Laura Lapkus.
Nice. It was an awesome video.
Lauren Lapkus. No, Lauren Lapkus is an actress. My bad. Lauren Lapkus has a new movie with David Spade coming out. But it was really cool to get all of them. So I sent that out.
Cool.
I sent that out, and then that night, it's fucking fascinating to see. No disrespect meant. It's fascinating to see the workload of a porn star.
Yeah.
Very similar to a comic. So like there are certain comics that are sober, don't party, just about the work, let's make some money. And when you put out a thing like that, they're like, great, I'll get a video to you tonight. It'll be there in the morning. You're like, awesome. Then they're the comics like me that are like drunk and they're high and they're like, fuck yeah, you want one? Done. And then they wake up at noon the next day and they're like, Oh, fuck.
Forgot.
Do you still
Yeah.
want the video?
And you got those messages too?
Oh, I got a lot of those. And it was funny. But I woke up that morning and I said to Leanne, I forget the first video, but I go, oh my God, I had this idea last night. I want to show you. And I showed her the first video and she couldn't stop laughing. And I just started watching the videos. There were like 5 of them. And I started watching them. And she goes, just send that to Tom. And I was like, well, no, I'm going to edit them together. And she goes, oh no, honey, them singing happy birthday is so much funnier than you editing it together. So I sent you 3 and you're like, that's awesome. And then they just kept coming.
Yeah.
And they kept coming. And I got to be honest with you, man. I didn't know what some of them were going to do.
Yeah. Well, I thought too, because you sent me the first few and they were just, they were nice videos and most of them were doing the like, who is this? Like thing.
Yeah.
What's his name?
That first girl with the top. I wish I remembered her name. I don't know a lot of their names.
Oh,
too.
I know her name.
Yeah.
You're talking about in the first one that you sent me?
Yeah. Keep going up, keep going down. That girl's beautiful, by the way. And it's so funny. I thought she was in Florida. Didn't it seem like she's in Florida?
Could be Florida, sure. Yeah. Which girl are you talking about? She was hilarious.
She was great.
Joanna, she did whipped cream, and then she goes, "That's you."
Is that who that is, Joanna Angel?
Yeah. I don't know how I know, but yeah.
This one was great.
This one I was not expecting at all, because it looked like
Happy birthday.
that made me laugh.
Smacking her hard.
Yeah, that's what made me laugh.
Did you see the video of her just her ass cheeks?
Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you.
That made me laugh.
It's interesting because I thought if I post one online.
Oh, there's Norman Summerton.
Oh, I can't see that. That makes me upset. Go back to a porn star. They have control of
You're
their
talking
life.
about the Instagram one? Is that who you're talking about?
No. All I know is that what was that one? Oh, yeah. Who's she?
That's Abigail Mack.
That's Abigail Mack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one made me laugh because she was like, I couldn't tell if she was doing a bit or not.
She was doing a bit, and then she
Was
goes,
she?
"Big fan." Like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was doing a bit.
Yeah, I loved it, man. It was really fun, and they were really cool to play along.
They were.
So now we need to do that for porn stars. So if there's a porn, by the way, I kept saying adult film star because I didn't know if porn star is a slur.
Oh, right. I don't know.
But if there's a porn star out there, by the way, Ron Jeremy's been cool as fuck.
He was cool. He did really nice. He did like 5 videos.
And by the way, so how cool was it to see Evan Stone?
Yeah.
My wife goes, "Who's he?" And I go, "That's Evan Stone." She was like, "He's a porn star?" I go, "Oh, honey."
Legend.
I pulled up a fucking video of him fucking like in the early 90s.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh my God." I go, "Look, he's just getting older."
Yeah.
But he's a good looking dude. And he used to come to our shows. Do you remember that?
No.
We used to do those shows for Vivid Video. Me, you, and I. There's a picture of me, you, Evan Stone, and Nick Thune.
Oh my God, I remember doing a Vivid video. I did one at Melrose.
And you did one in Irvine. And me, you, Nick Thune, and Evan Stone are shirtless in a picture. Yes. And that same day, me and you took a picture where we were holding each other's bellies, like
hands around, like a prom picture.
Dude, Evan, and I showed my wife Evan Stone fucking, and she did not stop. She was like, "Oh my God!" And I go, "That's Evan Stone."
Yeah, he did like 2,000 movies or something.
It's crazy, man. I got a little starstruck when Evan Stone replied. I was like, caught
Wouldn't
off guard.
Crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy too if like you're Evan Stone now, and then somebody who doesn't know him, like, what'd you do like for the last 30 years? And you're just like, just fuck the shit out of people on camera.
A lot.
Like how many times? 3,000 or 4,000.
There should be a movie where like whatever Evans, but it would be cool to see Evan Stone fuck now.
I'm sure he does.
But to get himself out of trouble.
To get himself out of trouble?
Like someone just thinks because he's getting older. They're like, oh, he's like ageism. They're like, fuck him, and
yeah,
then he's like,
really...
oh, I still put dick down.
Yeah.
Like, don't think I can't fuck the shit out of you, woman. Like, I would like to see Evan Stone start fucking, like, go through a sorority house and just fuck a bunch of young chicks and just fucking with a cigar.
You could probably direct that movie if you wanted to.
I bet I could pay for it too.
Yeah.
My tour bus driver Ron wants me to do one with Christy Mack. I told you that.
Yeah.
And pay for it.
Cool. Are you gonna do
I'll
it?
just foot that bill and you can fuck Christy Mack and I'll film it and then I'll just own it myself.
Well, you could start your own little OnlyFans page, you know?
those OnlyFans pages
Yeah.
are legit.
Yeah. Are you subscribing to some?
I've subscribed to a few. Yeah.
Really?
It's brilliant. I got to be dead honest with you. And I'll pimp out all these ladies and men who have men, obviously, too. I say that, but I'm going to forget people jack off to men, too. But these OnlyFans pages are trustworthy. What you do is you put your credit card on, and you then, it's almost like an Instagram. You put your credit card on, and you get credits. So say you buy 60 credits, then you can allot 10 credits to one porn star's page, 10 credits to so you're not putting your credit card down and then they just charge it every month. You buy credits and then those credits go for what you call it. And then you can tip out certain performers and go, hey,
who are you
I don't want to say because then I would feel like I would be disloyal to some of them.
Why?
Because I don't want people to go, wait, why don't you do mine? Fuck you. Like I feel weird. I've always felt like that with even with strippers when like a stripper would like, you get a dance. I was like, I got to let her down easy. I was like, I'm okay. You're really attractive, but I'm not getting a dance right now. She'd be like, I don't really give a fuck face.
Yeah, I just want your money.
Yeah, I just want your money, asshole.
What's her name?
I can definitely say me and Ron, the way I found OnlyFans was Christy Mack.
Does she have a good one?
Oh, me and Ron were at a fucking barbecue joint. And I was like, I always want to go to these OnlyFans. He's like, do it. He's like, you have money? Fuck it, do it. And so we bought a membership to Christy Mack's.
Bought.
Because he would borrow my phone for periods of time.
Who's I'm trying to think. Oh my God, Lisa Traeger told me that she says it in her act that Adriana Chechik's OnlyFans is outstanding.
I am getting that right now. By the way, Adriana Chechik, someone we've talked about her a number of times, but someone said to me, they're like, oh, bro, if you're looking for a porn star, you got to fucking check out Adriana Chechik. And I was like, really? And they're like, she sucks Uber drivers' dicks. And I was like,
Lisa told me that she gave me a play-by-play, and she definitely made it sound pretty incredible.
Adriana. I spelt that.
That's not surprising. We got to actually wrap up now. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Bert.
Official Adriana Chechik.
There he is.
Here's her Adriana fans only.
Bert, thank you for the birthday gift.
Hold on, Tom. You don't want to see this with me?
Well, I'm trying to say goodbye.
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Belated. It's all good. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
It was a fun podcast. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.
Stay safe, everybody.
Stay safe.
I love you, Tommy.
I love you too.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave. No scripts, a bit of booze, amateur partology. Dirty jokes, raunchy humor, no apologies. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave.